Hey guys, it is time to work on my July reading journal. To be honest, I don't really have a plan, except that I really want to have a calendar in the middle of the spread, somewhat similar to my June calendar, but this time it will be moved slightly to the right. And yes, I am hoping to make something similar as this was, but I want to use this beautiful washi tape. Since the moment I saw it, I knew I wanted to use it. As I said, I don't really have a plan, but maybe we could do something relatively simple like putting washi tape all around this spread. Since we have to have, or I want to have, calendar in the middle and book covers of the books I have read in here, I think that might be a good plan. Also, I want to have possibly some character in here. I looked through some of my stickers and there are a few that might look good with this washi tape. So yeah, we will make something similar but not the same. First, we should outline this calendar since I know it will be here and it's not going to be moved. And I am not sure if I want to have these thick lines inside the calendar as well. So for now, I am just going to do the outer lines and then I will see. But I feel like this thick line might be maybe too much. This seems to be very bold, but there is quite a lot of black elements in this washi tape as well, so it might not look as bold later. So let's just start. Honestly, I have no idea what I want to do, but I am sure we will make something cute. There is quite a few of musical instruments and they are quite big. I am thinking about placing them not that close to each other. Also, I almost forgot. So I have this washi tape and I feel like this is a good addition to this tape. And then I have again this window washi tape. I was thinking of maybe putting it behind the character if we add some to the page. Maybe I should add this tape on the top and bottom of this spread. It might make it easier to decorate. I don't know. All I know is that I want to use that washi tape and that's all. Let's see. I will decorate the edges maybe. And here as well. Sometimes it is difficult to fill in the edges, so this might help. I might also put the tape here, or maybe here. Let's just put it here. I wonder how will this look. Oh yes, here or there. Yeah, maybe we could have piano in here. It will be slightly covered by the book covers, so now I don't know. No, maybe simple. Well, these are very detailed, but yeah, maybe just the flowers would be better since, as I said, this part will be covered by book covers. I'll put it here. Here. Okay, this. I just put it there. I don't know. Okay, so where is that flower? This one, yeah. And yeah, let's put this first. Yeah, I like that. And now flower. Oh, that's so cute. It would definitely look better if I maybe cut out this background washi tape. But do I want to do that? Not really. Oh, but that would look much better. Okay, I don't think I will be doing that for the rest of the page. I should have maybe thought this through better, but yeah. I was just so excited to start working on this page finally. Okay, this will have to do. Yeah, I will put this here. I like this here, maybe. I am not going to be cutting out this again, no. Maybe this will look cute. I adore this. This is so cute. And this, yeah, this is interesting, and I just ripped off a part of it. But it's fine. Here, and I'll put some flower in there, maybe. I don't know, I feel like this voiceover is kind of pointless. Because yeah, there are not that many thoughts behind this page. Okay, yeah, I need to cut this section off. I want this flower to look nice, and I actually don't really mind there being this slight texture behind. It's kind of okay. This looks very nice, but this is not bad either. To be honest, I am still thinking about whether to cut around all of these flowers. I think we have to do that. Oh man. I was really excited about this text washi tape, but it's actually making me more work. But that's fine, it will all look amazing. Now we have this interesting piece left, so it will leave here for now. Yeah, I think we have to cut this as well. Oh. Okay, let's just follow the first cut line, because why not? Yes, that's actually much cuter. I really like this book sticker, and we have to use it since we are in a reading journal. So having some book theme might be cute here. And yeah, I feel like we will again put some flower in here. Also, this is adorable. I'll put this dark piece, I think here, yes, because somewhere here will be July title and that will be dark. So if we had something dark on the other side, it might look more balanced. So this, or it could go around the calendar, maybe. No, maybe like this. I am not sure. It's fine. I am once again overthinking everything. I wanted to have flowers all around the page, and so far I am putting in everything except flowers. I mean, flowers are accent on every single sticker, but it's not just flowers. This might not look bad. Okay, this is adorable. I feel like we should put something in here as well. Maybe this will look cute. Yeah, and again here we have more books. We will add these maybe later. Let's focus on bigger elements first. This needs flower. Let's put these so everything is slightly different. And I will cut around this leaf so it is more visible. This is cute. I did not even really look through this tape properly, it seems, because I am still finding something nice to use. Oh, yeah, that's so nice. We should fill in this section. Let's do this, but yeah, I want to have this black on top, this black line. But I still want to see flowers, so I will have to cut this white section off. I feel like the PET tape is better while working on something like this because it is much less transparent. But yeah, I like washi tapes. They are not that shiny. I like that in my journals. Maybe this. What if we put the piano here? I don't know. I did not really like it in here, but yeah, let's see, here, or maybe no, or here, or in here. I think that would be better. So we need to get rid of all of this. Oh man. Okay, let's have this here and this. I already cut off some parts, so we can't use that much of this, but maybe tiny bit in here. Yes, and small section in here. So we have at least something around this calendar for now. Now we can put this cut off section back. I'm so glad I saved it. I am not sure whether to put flowers all around or not, so let's first stick this piano on the page that's leaning this way. So, oh man, this is getting unpeeled so many times. I am not even going to be wondering if it won't stick anymore, but seems it's working for now. One more of these white flowers here and some notes would be perfect, just to fill in this section, since I don't think flowers would look that good in here. There is this random red dot, so maybe let's use that here. Okay, this is starting to look, I am going to say, quite nice. Flower in here, yes, and something there. Maybe if we used some more of this in here, or this. Okay, and then I will cut around this flower. I love these flowers so much. Yeah, there. And maybe we could start filling in blank spaces, or blank spaces. Yeah, you know me, I have to fill in all of these pages completely. Yeah, there is a musical sheet that's in there. I'm missing something here, but probably more flowers. I don't really know why these dots are here, but I kind of like them. I can just fill in every single tiny white space with them. Okay, let's do that. Okay, maybe. I don't know, but I completely forgot about our character. I looked through all my stickers and I found in Womanhood sticker book, I found this actress. She might look good with these. There are some other stickers like singer and something else, I'm not sure what, but colors were not very fitting with this tape. Okay, let's see. Yeah, singer. I don't think that works. Also, these are slightly smaller. I would like longer or bigger character. This again is too small, but these colors are slightly different. So I am left with this girl. And yeah, we could maybe just have her in here. Also, I feel like I have filled this in so much that book covers won't be that visible. Okay, let's see how she looks in here. That's nice. Also, let's see the windows. I don't like this here when she's here. It's like two stickers going this way and I don't really like that. So let's take this off and maybe we can just have it here It will be covered with book covers either way, so that's fine. But there will be like something small sticking behind. This is kind of cute, but maybe, yeah, just this white looks so nice. Not sure about this. It's not bad. Nope. This, yeah, that's a winner, definitely. Yeah, I think we will have to cut some parts of this window so we could see flowers, or I can just lift those flowers. How will that look? Let's see. Yeah, let's leave it like this, and this one will stay behind. And now her, okay, this is getting covered, so we will put it here maybe, or next to her, so she's throwing away this music sheet or something. We can definitely use this mini star, maybe not right next to her, but somewhere, so she kind of looks like she belongs in here. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Look, that's perfect fit. I wanted to use those books. Okay, first let's find something to put in there. Yeah, and this big flower, and now all these flower petals. I am going to overdo it. Yes, I am sure that will happen, but that's what I do. And a music note, and another one here, here. Now I am just adding all of these yellow dots. Okay guys, this is a lot, and I have completely forgotten about the title. But we will fit it somewhere, I am sure. So I have prepared few, and now I feel like this is too big. Yeah, it will be just too much. So we have these ones, and I was going for fonts that would look good, at least good to me, with this washi tape. I feel like this is better. So let's see. Maybe this is actually okay, or maybe here. I don't know. This is, oh, I am so indecisive. Or just here. Okay, that's not bad, because I adore this section, so I don't really want to cover it with title. And this, I feel like it would get lost in there. Here, or maybe here. No, I feel like it looks better here. Okay, and let's see those book covers. Oh, this will get so lost. But I don't really care. Okay, now I have two white book covers. So, no. This actually looks okay. I am not going to be able to write in here my star rating or percentage where I got in the book during the month. I finished basically all of these except the 5th season, so I will have to figure out a way to mark where I left. I might just mark it on the calendar. I have never done that, and it might be actually perfect. I had these cute little glue pens, but since I was moving all of my filming equipment all around my flat, I don't know where that is. So we will have to use my old glue. This might actually stick even better. Printing this on sticker paper might be actually so much easier and better, but my current white sticker paper is so bad. You can, even if I put it on the highest printing quality, it's so much worse than this. That's why I am not using it often, even when I would love to do so. And this title I printed on clear sticker paper. I have spent months looking for clear sticker paper, and I was not able to find anything, especially not in Slovakia. It's just like non-existent. I ordered some online, and yeah, it probably came from China. I don't even know. But I had actually no other option, so we will test it today for the first time. And I have actually postponed filming, working on this page, day later because I knew the paper would come in today. Also, I actually did not even make them center or anything on the page. I'm just all over the place today. Now let's see this. Yeah, I think higher is better. It's making this look more even. So this is bothering me, so we will have to find a dot or something, or this. Yeah. Okay, and maybe I should stop. I am wondering whether we should use cream colored marker or maybe just gray for my sections in the calendar, since I feel like adding colored markers might be a bit too much. That would be a lot, even for me. Now guys, I am kind of happy I did use this thick of a line for outer border of the calendar. Let's just do my regular pen for the inner lines. Let's see how that looks. I like that. And guys, I really wanted to make something layered using all of these different designs, but since I am worried I won't have enough pages in this notebook to last me by the end of this year, I did not do that, but maybe I should try that in my regular journal. That would be a lot of fun. Now numbers. Something pink or even brown. This kind of looks okay. This pink, I don't think so. Or maybe this. We have quite a few options. I feel like this won't be that visible, or I don't know. Let's try. I feel like I have chosen the right color, and now I have to figure out what color to use in the calendar, and that will be tough. Yeah, that might be one. This is too thin. This might be too much. Might be okay. Gray does not seem to work. Okay, so these two, or maybe we can use only one color. I have not done that yet, but it might be a good choice. Or maybe we could use two similar colors. Let's do that. That's actually a perfect color. The last argument of inks. I decided to write the percentage of book I have read in here. I think that's kind of okay solution. Okay guys, this actually looks okay. I know there is way too much stuff on this spread, and it might be way too much for some people, but I kind of like this. And now let's talk about books I actually finished in July. I finished 2 books by Joe Abercrombie. The Last Argument of Kings, which is the last book in the First Law trilogy. And then I read Best Served Cold. This story is happening in the same world, but few years later, and we are following different characters with a few from the original trilogy as well. I am happy to say I liked The Last Argument of Kings more than the previous book in the series. It was as dark as the whole series was, and I enjoyed especially the second part, where we got some twists I did not see coming. But if you think about it after the fact, you can see that the author planted them way ahead in the previous books without us, or better said, me, knowing. And so many of these twists were quite impactful, not only for the character involved, but for other people as well. There was a character I found not necessary to be in these books at all, just for him to show his true colors at the end of this book, and he made me dislike him even more. Some characters died, and some I don't believe are dead. Everyone got some kind of ending, and none of it was good, and that's perfect. I like that the author did not try to make us happy with how the series ended, but it ended the way it makes sense for these characters. Okay, so the next book I finished by Joe Abercrombie was Best Served Cold, and I enjoyed it probably the most out of all Abercrombie books I have read so far, story-wise, with some reservations. But this is the book I enjoyed the least in terms of how it was written. Did we really need slurp slurp, grind grind, squelch squelch, and other interjections like this? We had to use this style of writing in some of high school's writing essays, and even then, teacher warned us not to overdo it. He did overdo it here, in my opinion. Just saying. This is a book about violence and the cost of revenge, and about how far these characters are willing to go. Especially the main character, Monza Murcato, who, with her allies, is trying to kill 7 people. And this is where the book lost me. 7 was way too much, and everything just got muddled and it felt like all the same. There was no character growth, which made me quite frustrated. This book was way too long and I was losing interest by the end because all those characters were flat and boring stereotypes with some quirks, so we could recognize them. I guess we should be entertained enough by constant vulgarisms and sex scenes. I was not. Torture scenes I did not mind though, but the one that was here made me angry because it was so unnecessary, except maybe making one character even more recognizable, and I have to say I love him in the next book. But I give it to the author. He made me feel the hopelessness of the whole situation during this torture scene. So yeah, from the beginning I was enjoying myself so much. Having a strong-willed character who knows what she wants and will do anything to get there, sign me up. But as I said, some aspects of this book were making it hard to get through, especially by the end. But even with these negatives, it was still a good read. As a decoration, I used this map washi tape. This is becoming my go-to for all fantasy books, I feel like, because it's just so fitting and it looks so good. I like it so much, I have bought 2 rolls just so it would last me longer. I recently got these burnt paper stickers and I really wanted to use them, and here it felt perfect, especially because the cover of the Last Argument of Kings is basically burnt paper. I also had some of the sticker sheets left over from my last month's pages for the first 2 books in the First Law trilogy, so I used some of those stickers in here and the page is done. There is the map washi tape on the right page as well. It was also kind of fitting. There was a theme of traveling in there, so why not? And I feel like it made the whole spread look better, more put together and thought through, even when it was not really thought through. I wanted both of these pages look similar, but not the same. At first, I was not really sure how to achieve that, but then I noticed this pattern tape with gold accents and it felt maybe like a bit too much at first, but I am so happy I used the tape. It added a bit of magic to the page. Then I used the same sticker sheets as on the left page and a few stickers from the vintage sticker pack just to fill this spread more. Between the Last Argument of Kings and Best Served Cold, 2 very dark and bleak books, I listened to 2 books by Terry Pratchett. You can call that an emotional roller coaster, I guess. The first book was Eric, and I guess the only thing I have to say about it is that it was way too short. And before I could even enjoy the story, it was over. Then I read Small Gods. And yes, I know it's not in order, but this is the one that friend had on hand, so that's why I chose it. And I had no idea what to expect, and boy, this was right. This story starts by following a high and mighty god Om, who finds himself stuck as a tortoise while plummeting down from 300 feet from ground. That's like 90 meters. I would describe this book as satire on religion and our history done in true Pratchett's way. His style of humor and way he describes things, events or characters is phenomenal. While many authors deliver that one funny quote, Terry Pratchett goes farther and deeper with his remarks in a way I have never seen or read before. His jokes sometimes have as many layers as an onion. Also, I am always in awe how he can say so much with not many words. But also, there was maybe even a full page, I am not sure since I listened to this as an audiobook, but there was a very lengthy scene about whether or not to cut up a melon or a bread, I am not sure now, one of the two. And I kid you not, I was so entertained. I grinned so much during this whole conversation, while I was also thinking about other deeper meanings this scene had. That's Terry Pratchett for you. I have still not read all of his books, only maybe about 14 or 15, but hopefully one day I will read everything. Then I read Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and boy, this took me forever. I was not really picking it up, and I think it's because it was beyond typical unrealistic expectations of the young adult genre, and I had to make myself read it because, yes, I was still kind of interested in learning who the culprit was. I loved seeing the friendship evolve between Pip and the other character and how they helped each other out. I am trying not to spoil you guys, but sometimes it is hard to know what is spoilery for someone, and also I feel like everybody and their mom already read this book, so anyway, while this is one of favorite books for a majority of people, I did not like it as much. I just did not like the writing, and while the main character is supposedly extremely smart, she was quite naive and made few decisions worth a facepalm. Also, it was unbelievably annoying that everyone, no matter how much involved, magically talks to her and answered the quote right questions unquote, even when incriminating themselves. She herself committed so many crimes like blackmailing, threatening, breaking into people's houses, and much more. While trying to solve the mystery, I kind of don't understand how this is called Good Girl's Guide. Seriously? Okay, guys, and then I chose to read To Kill a Mockingbird. A classic. Yeah, I am not good with classics, but I keep trying, guys. This book had such a cool premise, but I did not expect to slog through half a book about kids playing games on the street. I kid you not, there was literally nothing happening. When we finally got to the trial part of the story, I was so excited by the simple act of changing the scene. The trial itself was emotional and unsettling, also the most interesting part of the book, but there was still something that did not sit well with me. And after some time I realized, and I am ashamed it took me so long, that while this was supposed to be a story about a black man being unjustly accused of crime, at least that's what I thought it was supposed to be about, the whole book was about white people and how they feel about it and how they are affected. Black characters were basically non-existent and they were talked about only in how they affected the white characters. And the fact that we are in the mind of a small white girl during the whole book did not help either. I guess from her POV she could not really tell the story in any other way, but I don't know, maybe if the first half of this book was more interesting, I would feel about it better. I just don't understand why this is held in such a high regard. Gosh, I am being quite a party pooper this month. Okay, now about one book I enjoyed. James Acaster's Classics Scrapes. Yes, that's quite a change of scenery. I have seen James in a few British panel shows like Would I Lie to You, or I think he was also in Out of 10 Cats, and I quite enjoyed him as a comedian, so I gave this one a go. He himself reads the audiobook, which is always nice when the author himself or herself reads the book, but I am really sorry. For some reason, I sometimes have a hard time of understanding James. Maybe it's because English is not my first language. I don't know. Maybe listening to this book was not the best idea, but oh well, I still had a good time and I even laughed out loud a few times. He has great observational skills and I enjoyed his inner monologues because that's what's going in my head all the time as well. We overthink things so much that the actions after that might seem really strange to other people, but quite logical to him or me. The only difference is he is getting into trouble much more. So much more he was able to make a book out of it. And he is so good at the talking. He makes a living out of this. Okay, that's two. I think his stories might be better to hear on stage than as an audiobook or a regular book, but I take what I can get. I listened to the whole thing in 4 days and at day 3 I felt like I needed a break, but I also wanted to finish it by the end of the month. And it was 2 days to the end of the month. I loved his stories, but it was maybe too much of the same all at once. I am sure I would enjoy this book more in smaller chunks during a longer period of time. Yes, that's the one negative thing I have to say about this book, which is totally on me. And my favorite has to be the red dresses in the bushes story. Yes, there is a smile on my face as I'm saying that. As a decoration, I tried to fit 3 books on one spread and it seems to have worked out fine. Since all of these books and all of the covers are different, I chose this tape with big red flowers for the background of the full spread, and then I made a small decorative sections for each book. Not really depicting the story, but I was trying to match the stationery to the book cover. Okay guys, now that we have all book reviews finished, let's go to the beginning of the journal and let's fill in my yearly pages. Okay, so first we have our reading goal, and first I should pick a color, and I am thinking something purple like my nails because yeah, I just feel like it and we don't have purple in here yet. Let me go and look through my markers. Okay, this is maybe a bit too dark. Let's try this one. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and this, I feel like this will be dark. Yeah, maybe it was the same. Yeah, probably. No, okay, let's go with this one because I kind of like it. I have finished 7 books, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will color in 7 boxes, which means we will be at 43 full novels read this year, which is probably a lower number than it was last year around this time, but last year I also read lots and lots of manga and webtoons, so of course that number got very easily quite high. But this year I am reading basically only full-length novels, and because I am reading fantasy, they are very, very big novels usually. Okay, so that's the last one. And let's color in this little square. I like this color. It matches quite nicely with all the rest. Okay, so here is the list of all the books I have read and I have already filled it in. Last month I have noticed I somehow messed up the numbering of my books, and thank you to everyone who pointed out the mistake. I somehow skipped number 16, so I just put it in here. I did not want to erase or cover up all of these and then redo the numbers, so I just simply put 16 in here, and that has to be okay. Now we need to add all the covers, and I have all of them here. Okay, and I have already marked which book goes where, just to make this a bit quicker. I love this page, and I feel like I am saying that every single month. I am so sorry about that, but I don't know, it just makes me see better everything I have read, or better said, I might tell myself like, oh, I have read only 7 books this month, but if I look at this, it looks so much better and it looks like so much more. I have no idea if I make sense. I've just had a very, very rough week at work, so I am sorry, but I hope you can understand me. Okay, so 2 more, and we are getting to the last row on this page. That's amazing. I really hope we will get to the next spread, and it looks like I actually will, so that is awesome. Our next page is Read My Shelf, and I did not read anything from my shelf. I did not read anything that I was supposed to this month, but that's totally okay. I just rearranged my bookshelf. I had to move it, so I took the time to rearrange it, and I am so excited to read some of these. So hopefully in September it will happen. In August, not so much, because I am still reading just all over the place, but hopefully in September. And there is Aurelium happening in September, and I have not watched the announcement video yet, so I have no idea what awaits us, but I hope to fit some of these books in the prompts, so I am even more excited to read them. Okay, series tracker. Now here is a thing we need to change. As you can see, I have the First Law series by Joe Abercrombie. I have here only first 3 books because there was no way I would read more. I actually read more, and if I understand this correctly, the full series or the full collection of books happening in that world is called the First Law World. And there are, I think, 11 books in there. So I want to erase this, and I just want to rewrite that. Yeah, it's not that pretty looking, but I don't really care. I guess I used these. Okay, this is not really working, but that's fine. So let's write the First Law World, and let's see if I can fit in 11 dots. 11. Okay, so Abercrombie. I will just write it down very small. And I think we can fit everything in here now. Okay, and now I am looking for green and brown dot pens. Well, I don't know where I have those right now. I just moved everything, so that's fun. Okay, I have a green, and I don't seem to find... Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, and I just found my glue pens. Okay, so let's have one right there, and let's find... Yeah, this one. Okay, so I just had these glue pens right next to me, and I did not even know. That just says how overwhelming and stressful my life right now is. But everything will be fine. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that just fits. Okay, so I have read 2 books from this series this month, so let's color this in. Yeah, and now I have to wait for this to dry. Yeah, does this even help? Who knows, but I tried. Okay, let's just see, but I don't see I have read anything from here. Okay, I have read the Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and that's part of a series, but since I did not really like that book, I am not going to continue the series, so there is no need in writing it in here. Okay, and this seems to be okay. Now 25 in 2025, and guys, I finally read one of the books in here, and that's Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So let's take one of the stars and let's put it here. Yeah, that's at least one more read. Okay, and next, I have not bought any books, and I have finished 2 white books in July because I liked the James Acaster's book more. I will put it in here. Perfect. What was that? 4 stars, I guess. 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, so we are not missing that many, which is perfect. Okay, days I finished a book. Okay, let's see. We have Sunday, Monday, then Wednesday, and then Saturday. Oh, it's a different day every time. That's perfect. And Thursday. Oh man. Okay, then I did not finish anything. And then 1 book on Monday and 1 book on Thursday. I worked so hard to finish a book at the end of the month, but I did it. Okay, I did awful job at coloring in all of these, but that's fine. Yearly statistics, I have already filled all of this in. While I finished 7 books, I read maybe a little less than usual, but it still averages 78 pages per day, which is, I think, quite a lot. And my average rating was 3.5, which is not the best, but I have had much worse. And I have not calculated my average for June, but it was not... Well, actually, it was quite okay, I think. And pages per book. Okay, so let's see. I think I am explaining this every single month, but if you have not watched any of my previous reading journal wrap-ups, I am just marking in here books by length, and I just take the paperback and there are usually so many different sizes of paperbacks. So I am just trying to find the one that is most common. It does not really make sense, but there is not any other way to do this. If I don't have a physical book, if I do have it, then I just use that page count. I have read 1 small book. So yeah, it was here. 140 pages, maybe. That was the Eric by Terry Pratchett, and it could have been 100 pages longer. I would not mind that. And now my favorite, books between 300 and 400 pages. So I have read 3 of those, and I will actually have to really start thinking about what to do when I get to the end. And 1 book between 400 and 500 pages long. And then I have read 2 books that were just under 700 pages. It's getting pretty full, especially in these parts. No books for Hall of Fame, sadly. Maybe I could put the James Acaster's book there, because it was actually fun. Okay, so let me just write it here. James Acaster's Classic Scrapes. Because guys, we are at the end of July and I have only 5 books that I have actually enjoyed this year, which is awful. Like, what am I doing? So I will take every excuse to put another book in here. Okay, this is going to be important at the end of the year. And here we have, okay, A to Z challenge. I am sure we can fill in something in here. We have Good Girl's Guide. I can fit it in here. And that is Holly Jackson. Then Eric. Yeah, I can fit in here. And that was Terry Pratchett. Oh, first one for the letter T in the author category. So we have at least 1 new entry. James. Oh, yes. That's a new one. And that's it. There was not that much of a progress, but that's understandable since we are farther along in the year. But we filled in a few of those, so That's nice. Okay, this I have not really have time to fill it in yet. This I did not even take notice of where these books were happening. So I am not putting anything in here. For bingo, I have actually read quite a few of gifted books. Well, I am not sure how to count gifted books. Like, they were not gifted to me like, here, take them, they are yours, but they were lent to me. But I will be counting that. Okay, and the last box we have is to read manga or webtoon. Okay, I did not expect that when setting up this bingo, since I have read so many last year, but I am sure I can quickly read something to have full bingo filled in. That would be awesome. Okay, and now last one is Buzzword Reading Challenge, and I actually have something to put in here this month, and that's To Kill a Mockingbird, for 2 and 2 in the title. That perfectly fits, and we are left with only, I think, those harder prompts. I am curious to see how it will look at the end of the year. Okay guys, and that's it. So let's see my July pages. Okay, this, I admit, this is too much. But I just love how this looks. I have added books read in here as well, because this looked kind of weird, because main decoration was up here, and this looked kind of, I don't know, it looks stupid. So I just put books read in there. This is not really visible, but it's okay. And now we have 2 books from the First Law series in here and 2 Terry Pratchett books, and I love how this looks. Oh, it's, I don't know, it's just so pretty. And here, this is another take on putting 3 books on 2 pages. And I think this looks so much better than my first try. Let's see. This, I kind of hate this page. It's, I don't know, it's just so bad. And maybe I strongly dislike it because of this cover page. It's just awful. I'm sorry. So this was my first attempt at putting 3 books on 1 page. And this is my second attempt. I think it is so much better, and I adore this section. This is just so fun. And this color matches so nicely. Honestly, I did not know if I would ever use this sticker, and it actually worked out perfectly. Okay guys, and that's everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you had a good time watching this video, there are quite a few more you can watch next. And yeah, have absolutely a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.